Dan has been challenging me with searches, so I thought I would challenge him back. And I'll give him something that I think is fairly difficult to figure out, but he's the expert, so he'll put me to shame.
All right, let's hear it.
I want to know whether there is recycling, whether if I'm a citizen of, let's say, Mumbai, Bombay.
Okay.
If I'm a citizen of Mumbai, whether there is a recycling program and get information on how I can get recycling to happen for my household or something.
All right. Well, I'm going to use my search engine of choice here and go back to Google.
All right.
Oops. We've got to click up here. And I would say I do it very simply. I start with recycling program Mumbai. Oops. Well, I misspelled that, but the spell correction kicked in, and that's exactly what I want, which is perfect. Most of the time, the spell correction is exactly right. So the very first hit here is from SF Weekly, a blog we know about. Economist compares recycling techniques of impoverished Mumbai. Well, that could be, but down here, look at this. Waste recycling to begin at Mumbai schools.
Oh, so that
okay.
works. 2000.
And BBC News has an article on recycling slum phase. That's a different kind of thing. Okay, but this looks pretty promising. Mumbai's recycling marvel. So let's look at this. That's all right. Click through there. Because we want to actually dig into the article rather than just taking the word of the abstract, the little snippet we saw there. So here we see a little bit article. In India, the government has granted approval for a plan, Vision Mumbai, Transform Mumbai. Let's find recycling.
Yeah.
Okay. Dharavi, not just a slum.
Well, apparently it's a hub for a booming plastic recycling sector.
I think we've got the answer here already.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was pretty good. There's a lot of indication in this results page that there is recycling there.
Yeah.
It looks like it's just beginning, sort of starting it up.
Yeah.
But we clicked through
and we're not clear what type of recycling. It might just be them sifting through their waste and that they recycle, but it might not be the formal type of recycling. But yeah, you're right. We did. That was fast.
How formal do you want it to be?
How formal, if like their waste pickup schedule.
Ah, okay.
Like, here in Mountain View, they come and pick it up or at least in my house, they pick it up every other Tuesday morning.
I would add something like schedule onto that and see if we can't find that. Now, if there isn't one, this is going to be hard to prove. To prove the non-existence of something is always tough, particularly in a just nascent sort of recycling program in India. But I don't see anything about the schedules here. I see lots of other things like schedules for events. And
maybe if we do a pickup schedule. Although I don't, there is enough English use in India that I think
that's right.
If it existed, they would probably print something
and that's actually a really useful thing to know. You're bringing a lot of knowledge to this task.
Yeah.
Suppose we were checking for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know if it would actually be in English, so we'd have to do something different. But let's try that pickup.
Collection schedule. We have New York has recycling.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that.
They have a recycling.
Yeah. Okay. So this is not giving us. We're starting to get off topic here.
Right.
So in this case, we've added so many words that it's the word Mumbai is now
lost
in the minority.
It's being kind of dominated by the other words.
So pickup schedule, recycling. There's a lot of that on the web.
Right.
So in this case, it's probably not working out so well. So we'd have to keep digging into this. One trick we could try would be to say site : .in.
Oh, now you're doing the fancy stuff.
Now I'm doing the fancy stuff. Yeah.
So that's saying site : is kind of a keyword to say only sites that have an Indian.
This is India. Right. So now all the search results are only going to come from Indian websites.
I see.
So if it's going to be there, it's going to be in.
And
these
is that
results.
a Google specific thing, or is that generalizable across most search engines?
It's most of search engines.
Okay,
so I know Bing has it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is actually great, but you can see the results are still not perfect because we're getting movie theaters. We're getting although there's this pollution control board.
Yeah, but all of these pages now are .in at the end, so these are all Indian web pages.
That's right.
Okay.
So you can actually see there are articles here from the government about improving solid waste management.
Yeah.
So this is a great trick to know because it allows you to basically restrict the range of answers coming back to just .in or India or .com or .edu or whatever you want it to be.
This gives me a good idea for your next search task.
Okay.
Which is, how do you figure out what those extensions are? So I want to search for, I want to figure out the largest movie theater in Mongolia.
Okay.
How do I, well, one, how do I even know what the extension is for Mongolia? Is it MN or is it?
Well, I'll tell you, those extensions, are called top-level domains.
Yep.
So what I would do, because I can't remember what a Mongolia is, I would do a new Google search for top-level domains. And you see right here, top-level domain, Wikipedia.
Yeah.
If I click
Why
through
not just throw
there,
Mongolia in the mix too?
oh, we could do that.
Yeah.
So actually, let's try that. If I just add top-level domain.
We're in a hurry.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got to type faster. Mongolia.
No.
There we go.
There. MN.
MN. Okay.
I was right.
So now, well, let me ask you, what's the top-level domain for Antarctica?
For Antarctica. And AA?
Good guess.
Yeah.
Keep going.
AN?
AQ.
AQ.
Right.
Yes.
All the other A's have been used.
Yes.
So Mongolia, now, you wanted the largest theater?
The largest theater.
Largest theater. So we're getting lots of theaters in Mongolia, but wait a second. Whoa, look at this.
They have the largest selection of beer in Mongolia, we're hitting.
Yeah, actually, this is not working real well. This is, here's Ulaanbaatar, Eastern Mongolia, theaters. I don't know. It occurs to me, though, that English is not the predominant language in Mongolia.
Yes, good point.
Okay.
Good point.
So what would be the language of Mongolia?
I'm exposing my ignorance here.
It's okay. It's okay. We have a search engine.
Oh, yes. Right. What is, what?
Language of Mongolia.
It's called the Mongolian language. See, that's what I would have guessed. It's like the capital of Oklahoma.
Mongolian
Oklahoma
language.
City, yeah.
Okay, so this is Mongolian. Okay, that sort of makes sense. But what we can do now, let me show you another trick.
Yeah.
I can say search tools here. I'm going to click on that thing on the left, and I'll scroll down. I can say translated foreign pages.
Oh, this is the good stuff.
Okay, so this allows me to search in other languages.
Wow, see, I didn't know this existed.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Now, do we have Mongolian as language? I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Something for you guys to work on.
We have Chinese. We've got all these other languages. We can do Czech, but I don't see Mongolian in the list here. It's probably not a big enough language for us to actually have, but we've got a bunch of languages.
But we could
here.
then, we probably won't do it in this video, but then we could, in Hindi, we can do a search for recyclers in Mumbai.
Exactly.
Which would be fascinating.
Yeah. So if we wanted to go back to that, we could redo that task here. But we don't have
That's
the
fascinating.
easy way to get to
I think I've found
that.
a new pastime.
But we could do something like theaters, Ulan. How do you spell Ulan?
I think
Bator, like that.
Bator.
Right?
There you go.
And we actually have a suggestion. Tengus,
the Tengus, that's
movie
probably.
theater. I'm willing to bet that's it.
Yeah, I wonder if it's related to
but let's just
probably
do
my great ancestors, Genghis. But
it could be.
I
It very well could be.
Yeah.
So look at this. National Drama Theater in Ulaanbaatar, National Academic. So now let's add largest onto that.
Yeah.
We still have the world's largest travel site, but we're starting to get things to do at Ulaanbaatar.
Yeah.
So if we click through here, one of the biggest tourist attractions is the State Opera and Ballet.
Yes.
So this is starting to give us hints.
Yeah.
And we can keep digging into this, and we do theater here. I'm going to do Control F to find that. We have the State Opera. I'm willing to bet that's it.
Probably.
So
we're not 100% sure, but this is a pretty good indicator. I mean, someone might not have ever measured what the largest theater in
That's
Mumbai
right.
is.
That's right.
It might not be known.
And given that it's probably written in a Mongolian, this is a great first approximation.
Very cool.
All right.